Hey everybody, it's Christy with your Totally Driven video of the day. So I don't know if you saw this story. I saw it on BuzzFeed, but I'm sure it's kind of everywhere right now, where a woman who calls herself a social media guru and an author was on the DC Metro train and saw a DC Metro employee eating breakfast and took a picture of the woman, tweeted it at DC Metro to complain that, well, we're not supposed to be eating on the train, and here she is eating on the train, and kind of made a really big deal about it. And came across in the process as kind of a bully. And then as it turned out, once people kind of got the whole story, the DC Metro employee is a bus driver who was going from one bus to another. She has 20 minutes to eat. Literally the only place and time that she could eat that whole shift was, on that train between those two buses. So it really came across as really mean-spirited and hurtful. And the professional results for this woman who made the tweet are just devastating. She had a book deal that was supposed to be coming out soon. That book deal has been canceled. Her website and all her social media has been taken down. So I guess she's not a social media guru anymore, since this has sort of been the ruin of her professionally. So it's a really unfortunate thing. It's unfortunate that she thought she needed to call this lady out personally. And I think it's also really unfortunate that, now she's in a position where maybe she was in a bad mood that morning. Who knows what was going on with her? But for whatever reason, she's really kind of done in her professional life with one tweet. So it really got me thinking about some of the things for you to think about as you're doing social media. So, first of all, I think my first rule would be positive, be kind, be nice. There's not a whole lot of that, especially like on Twitter and a lot of social media. Things are pretty negative now. And I would just say, if you keep it positive, you can't go wrong. If you're going to tweet out somebody or tweet at a company from your professional account, or I would argue, if you have kind of a public face like most real estate agents do, even from your personal platforms, it should be for something positive. It should be complimenting somebody or thanking somebody. So I think that's one thing I would say is just to really try to keep it as positive as possible. Secondly, I would say be really careful when you are interacting with other people. Don't let your emotions or your bad day or whatever's going on with you affect your judgment when it comes to what you post on social media. And if you're in any doubt whatsoever, or if you're even thinking to yourself, I wonder if I should do this, probably not. You probably should not. So, give yourself some time, some distance, maybe bring in somebody else who you think would have some perspective on it, and get them to look at the post before you make it. If there's a little sort of voice in your head telling you maybe this is not a great idea, then probably don't do that. And so then the third thing I would say is to make sure that you have permission, and I have a great article on Inman about this that I will link to in the comments. Make sure that you have permission before you use people's images on social media, and that includes, your buyers, your sellers, any of your clients. Don't just be putting people's photos, names, identifying information up on social unless you have a signed release for them. Because that can be really sticky for you. And especially if you have clients with kids, I would say never put children's photo up on your social media. It's really something to be cautious about, and something that people take very seriously, as they should. So be really careful with what you post, and make sure that you're protecting yourself with your posts as well. So those are my thoughts for today. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you have a great weekend coming up. And please be sure and like this video, share it with somebody, and subscribe as well so that you never miss a thing.